Now, here's the question I had going into, game three. Do you think this layoff and the fact that the Astros and the Phillies both had an extra day of rest, do you think that plays a factor in your handicap at all of this game?
Not really. What it does do, Chelsea, for me is it makes me examine the handicap moving forward because all of a sudden you have what? Maybe Zach Wheeler getting an extra day of rest before he starts again. Noah Syndergaard, I think, is now slated to go in game 5. So I need to take a closer look at that. But now, because the starting pitchers have been shifted somewhat because of this extra day off, it makes me think, all right, now, do I think the series will play out a different way because because the probable starters have now shifted because of this day? That's the one thing I would look at. And does that extra day help a guy like Zach Wheeler, for example, who got roughed up in his start? So that's the one thing I would look at as far as the series goes, but it doesn't really necessarily change this particular game for me.
Yeah, Aaron Nola will get an extra day's rest, which honestly, I don't think it makes that huge of a difference. Like, obviously, it's something, but when you're going against this Astros lineup, I don't think it matters that much. We have heard that Dusty Baker, I believe, is not going to go to Justin Verlander again. I believe it's going to be Christian Javier. So a lot of faith in some of the young guys for the Astros. I don't know. This World Series is still very much a series. Like, it's far from the Astros being like huge favorites. Like, I know they're
Mm-hmm.
favored in this, but I don't know. I would have loved to see a Philadelphia game in Philly on Halloween, but we were robbed of that due to the weather. But I think for both of us, it's going to be an Astros team total over 3.5. This is hit in 5 of the last 6 postseason games for the
Yeah.
Astros. And here's the thing. We talked about both lineups hitting well off top line pitching. If the Astros can score 9 earned runs against Zach Wheeler and Aaron Nola, I think they can do it against Ranger Suarez, and they've done it during the regular season. So hopefully the layoff is not the sabotage factor, because that's the one thing that I'm a little nervous about is when everybody's been sitting around and, not taking game ABs. Maybe they come
Mm-hmm.
out a little, weaker, but still at 3.5, I think this is a gettable number for the Astros.